Niccolo Machiavelli has inspired how-to books for business leaders, mafia bosses, and parents. He's inspired a graphic novel and a comic book, and even an MS-DOS video game. You can take a psychology test to assess your level of Machiavellianism, how willing you are to use deception and thievery to advance your own cause. But it's people fascinated by power that really seem to be captivated by Machiavelli.
Most of the guys that I know, they read Prince Machiavelli. And I had Carmela go and get the Cliff Notes once, and he's okay.
Tony Soprano preferred The Art of War by Sun Tzu, but other mobsters have taken valuable lessons from The Prince. In the 1993 movie A Bronx Tale, a mafia boss explains Machiavelli to a protege.
Is it better to be loved or feared?
That's a good question. It's nice to be both, but it's very difficult. But if I had my choice, I would rather be feared.
But what might be the most surprising homage to the philosopher is a posthumous album from the rapper Tupac Shakur called The 7 Day Theory, where Tupac takes on the alter ego Machiavelli.
Allow me to introduce Machiavelli to Dawn, lyrics like the Holy Quran.
Tupac wasn't just a rapper, but he was also a poet, playwright, actor, and as the character Machiavelli, wanted to imagine himself as not just an artist, but also as a philosopher or educator.
Travis Gosa teaches African American Studies at Cornell University. He spends a couple of days on Tupac every year in a class he teaches on hip-hop. Gosa says while Tupac became known for embracing a thug life ethos, he didn't start out with that message.
I hear Brenda's got a baby, but Brenda's barely got a brain. A damn shame, the girl can hardly spell her name.
That's not our problem, that's up to Brenda's family.
Well, let me show you how it affects our whole community. Now, Brenda...
While he was born on the East Coast, once he became a West Coast artist, he found that very few people were interested in his Black Power, socially conscious lyrics.
Tupac was a big reader all his life, but it's widely believed he studied Machiavelli seriously when he was in prison in 1995, serving time for sexual assault.
Tupac was intelligent to use a book that is not only a classic philosophical treatise, but a book that many individuals who have been incarcerated may be familiar with.
Tupac was released from prison in late 1995 and recorded The 7 Day Theory the next year. He was shot and killed in Las Vegas in September 1996. The album was released after his death and became a big success, hitting #1 on the Billboard charts. The song that maybe most mirrors Machiavelli's teachings is called Blasphemy.
There's 10 rules to the game, but I'll share what you do. No, they don't hate you for whatever you do.
Tupac on this track is asking whether or not it's better to be loved or feared and how to avoid being hated. And he actually comes up with the ideas that pretty much people are going to hate you no matter what, right? So don't be too concerned with being hated.
And then there's advice for being on your guard.
Watch for phonies, keep your enemies close, watch your homies.
Tupac is painting a very dark and grim image of human nature. He believes in many ways that the downfall of a leader, of a ruler, will come from within.
To this day, conspiracy theorists and fans pore over the album and compare notes with Machiavelli's work for clues about Tupac's death and signs that he might still be alive. For example, Machiavelli wrote about strategically spreading rumors about the deaths of prominent people, and some made the leap to the idea that Tupac faked his own death. It doesn't appear that the actual Tupac will be coming back, but Travis Gosa says we can take some messages from the album.
Tupac Shakur, in the use of Machiavelli, seemed to be trying to signal a rebirth of Tupac. And the death of Tupac signaled a rebirth of Tupac that would be focused on trying to use the music to spread something beyond gangster entertainment.
For Philosophy Talk, I'm Natalie Jones.